sides is, assume this is at 70 degrees, right? And you see that side will be, the size of the side will be 2 centimeters only. Then what will happen? The meeting of these two rays, that is, will be changing, right? It will be leading to this. Here we are seeing that two sides same, right? 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters. Here also 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters. But the meeting of these two endpoints is changing, right? The distance is changing. That means here P dash and R is different size and PR is of different size, right? That's why we will be saying that when two sides are of same size, that means for two triangles, if two sides are same, it is not enough for the congruency of two triangles. At the same time, along with these two sides of similarness, the angle also of these two sides, that is the inclusion or the included angle between these two sides, that is here, see, the angle 50 degrees. That means the angle should be also common for these two triangles in order to become these two triangles congruent. I hope you are getting. That is, the SAS rule itself defines that side angle side rule, right? That means side angle side. That means two sides and one common angle between these two sides should be equal for two triangles in order to form the congruency of the triangles, right? This is the first congruency rule of SAS, that is SAS congruency rule of triangles, and the definition hereby goes that two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to the two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. What I have explained is the definition of that SAS congruence rule, right? Now let us see the second rule, that is ASS congruence rule. For this SAS congruence rule, only we are getting the SAS congruency rule only. We are not getting ASS or SSA rule. That is, ASS means angle side side or side side angle rule. See, we can, here also we are getting two sides and one angle only, but we are representing them in side angle side manner only, because the side angle side, the order goes hereby. Therefore, these two rules are not satisfied. Now let us see the another rule, that is ASA congruency rule. What is about that for triangles? Now let us take two triangles and the angles of two sides. That means, let us see carefully. I have taken the first triangle, that is ABC, and the second triangle as DEF, and the side AC, that is base of first triangle, is 4 centimeters. And for second triangle it is 4 centimeters same, right? But now here what I am doing is, I am not maintaining the commonness of sides, but I am maintaining the commonness of angles included with this side only. That means here this is the first endpoint of the base, side 1. Right from here I am taking angle of 60 degrees with the help of the divider. That means here now let us see the ASA congruency rule of triangle. This is the second rule of triangle, and here I have previously said that we have taken the bases same for these two triangles, that is of sides, that is 4 centimeters for AC and DF. But here what I am doing is, I am keeping at the first end point of the baseline and I am drawing the angle of 60 degrees, right? And I am taking the same measurement and drawing the same angle 60 degrees for the second triangle of having base DF of 4 centimeters, right? And next I am taking the end point, the second end point of this side AC. From here I am taking 45 degrees, right? And I am cutting the first line, right? Here I am cutting the first line, therefore we are getting a common point and we are noting down it as the third point, that is B. Similarly, I am taking here also 45 degrees. So, these 60 degrees and 45 degrees will be bisecting or cutting at a common point, right? And that will be followed similarly for the second triangle also, right? And therefore, these two triangles will be in congruency, because when we exactly cut these and when we place on the first triangle, it will be exactly fitted in the place of the first triangle. Therefore, we can say that the triangles also holds the angle side angle rule. That means angle side angle rule. We will be following always from left to right. That is from left to right. Side and angle side angle. Now let us prove how this congruency rule is true. That means the definition hereby goes like this. The two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side between these triangles of one triangle is equal to the other triangle. That means, see, the angles BAC and angle BCA, that is angle 60 degrees and angle 45 degrees, the side included between these two angles is 4 centimeters. Therefore, this is incongruent to that. Now, let us prove what we should prove, that is, the two triangles are in congruent nature, right? That is the first point we need to prove. And angle B equals to, that means angle A equals to angle D and angle C equals to angle F. These are the, and side AC should be equals to side DF. These are the four statements we have to prove in order to say that triangles maintains the angle side angle congruence rule, right? Now let us see the proof for the angle side angle congruency rule. That is, let us take the two triangles, that is ABC and DEF, and let us assume that AB is equals to D, that is the side AB is equals to the side DE for another triangle. Now let us see the triangles. Now suppose let us assume that we have a point on the side AB, that is we have marked it as P, and the length of PB will be equals to the length of D. That means, as per the construction, we have seen that PB will be equals to D, as this is the assumption, right? Now, as per the angle side angle rule or the previous, that is side angle side congruency rule, we will be considering that the two sides will be equal, that is PB will be equals to D and at the same time BC will be equals to EF, right? Therefore, we will be seeing the following statements what we have derived from these two assumptions, that is angle B will be equals to angle E, because this is the angle included between these two sides, right? According to that side angle side rule, I have said when this side and this side are equal for these two triangles, the angle included between these two sides will also be equal, right? Therefore, with the help of that side angle side congruency rule, we can say that angle B is equal to angle E, and at the same time the side BC will be equals to EF, and therefore these two triangles are in congruency with the help of the SAS rule, right? But now what we have said that according to ASA rule, the angle between ABC and angle between the DEF is equal, and the angle C and angle F are equal, right? So according to that rule, we will be saying that angle C and angle F will be equal according to ASA rule, and at the same time for triangle PBC also and for DEF also the same angle C and angle F will be equal, right? Now how come it possible for a triangle of PBC and for triangle of ABC, that is angle C will be equal to angle F? It is possible when the point P is the same point A. Yes, that is when this point will be same to of, that is of point A, that is P and A are the same points which are represented, and this is eliminated. That means the points should be same, then only the rules what we said that the congruency of these two triangles will be verified. Therefore, we can say that according to the angle side angle rule, the angles of these two triangles, that is angle B and angle E are equal, and angle C and angle F are equal, and the side included between these two angles will be equal, that is BC and EF. Now let us see one more problem in order to understand briefly about these two rules. That is, let us take one problem, that is AB is parallel to CD, right? And the triangle AOB is in congruency with triangle DOC. Now, O is also the midpoint of AD. We have to prove that is this O is the midpoint of the line or intersection between these two endpoints, that is BC. The question given is the figure, and we have to prove that is this the point O is the midpoint of the line BC, right? Now let us assume that, or let us see that the figure itself is showing that the triangle OAB, right? Triangle OAB and triangle OCD, right, are in congruence to each other, right? Therefore, we can say that according to side angle side rule, that is the sides of the two angles or the sides of the two triangles is equal, right? And we know that the properties of the triangles, that is the alternate angles of the two triangles will be equal, right? And therefore the angle DCO will be equals to angle OBA. Yes, the sum of these angles will be 180 degrees. We have seen in the properties of the triangles, and it will be equals to OBA. And we have already studied that the interior angles, the interiorly vertically opposite angles also is equal. That means these two are equal, right? Therefore, we can say that angle COD is equals to angle AOB, right? See, always remember when we are writing what the angle we are representing, the term should be in the middle of the symbol what we are noting, right? Now we have seen this, that the alternate angles are equal and the vertical opposite angles are equal, right? Therefore, let us follow the second step, that is the question in question itself it is given that OA is equals to OD because it is dividing the two lines exactly at the midpoint, right? Therefore, OA is equals to OD. And now we will see that when OA is equals to OD, that means that two sides, that is OA side of the first triangle and the OD side of the second triangle are equal, and the angle C and angle B are equal. Therefore, we can conclude by using the SAS rule, that is OC will be equals to OB because the angle included between the two sides is equal according to side angle side rule, right? Therefore, this side will be equal as the angles are equal between those two sides. And according to corresponding triangles and corresponding parts, we can conclude that these two sides will be equal and OA is equals to OD, and this triangle is in congruence with the triangle below one, right?